What's going on, everybody out there? This is Popular Stranger, and we are back at you again today with another Madden 23 Ultimate Team video. In today's video, we're going to be going over the current market crash, which is a great opportunity for you guys to buy some really good cards at cheap prices and improve your MUT squad. Now, if you guys enjoy this video, if you like it, if it helps you out, make sure you go ahead and click that thumbs up button. Shows a lot of support on the channel, helps the videos get noticed. Also, if you're brand new here, you were searching around YouTube for MUT 23 content, whether it's how to get free players, how to make coins, how to build your ultimate team, you found the right channel for everything. Stay a while, click that subscribe button, turn that notification bell on as well so you guys are alerted when we drop additional videos. Let's get right on into it. So a couple days ago, we had the Most Feared promo drop, and along with that, the Training Variety Pack exited the game. And what that has caused is a huge market crash. If you take a look at the cost of training right now, on average, it's about 12.31 coins per training point. Just a week ago, we were in the 22, 23, 24K range. So the combination of a lot of very good new cards coming out with the Most Feared promo and the removal of the Training Variety Pack, which means less people are going out there to get training, and obviously if less people are buying training, then the cards are going to get cheaper because everybody's trying to sell and less people are trying to buy. You're seeing this huge dip. So we're going to go over cards that I think are worth picking up, some top tier elite cards that are obviously going to help out your squad. But in general, if there was any players you were out there looking to buy and they were too expensive, this weekend is the time to check, because pretty much every card in the game is cheaper. Now, there are still some really like top tier cards, and we'll talk about them, you know, like AKA Megatron and Darrell Revis. Like, those overly expensive cards are still going to be pretty pricey for the majority of you playing this game, but they've all dipped in price. So maybe they've hit a threshold that you're able to afford. So as you can see here, the market dipped, you know, October 13, 22.8 coins per training point, and now today 12.31. So let's start by talking about some quarterbacks here. And if you guys missed the reveal last night via Twitter, and we will be dropping a video when this content hits game today, later this morning, we have Dante Culpepper is coming out, and he appears to be probably the best quarterback in MUT right now once he comes out. Now, I don't know what the pricing on his card is going to look like. It really all depends on what the legend packs look like. So with the Most Feared promo, they finally dropped some bundles that, you know, look like they're worth paying. Of course, we're on a pack strike over here, so we're not going to do it. But for the people that are spending money, they are getting better value. Unfortunately, there's still tons of bugs and issues within the game, and that's why we are choosing still to not spend money, and we're on a hashtag pack strike. But my point here is that if they change the legend bundles to be consumer friendly like they did with the Most Feared bundles, then you might not see that Culpepper, you know, cost a ton of coins. So pay attention to that. But if you are in the market for a quarterback, you're going to see some of the cards dip in price. I would still say hold off and try to fight through and struggle through with whatever QB you have. Now, if you absolutely need to get an upgrade, if we just take a look, you know, big picture with quarterbacks, Lamar Jackson's still right under $1 million. That's still way too expensive in my opinion. Herbert has dropped down almost 100K, so if you were looking to buy him, you can. He doesn't have the greatest release. Tua is definitely getting cheaper. I would say the two, like, I don't want to call them budget players because it's still about 300K or a little bit under that, but Ryan Fitzmagic and Drew Bledsoe are probably your best budget-friendly cards. And when I say budget at those prices, it's because I say this all the time, guys. The quarterback is the most important player, the most important position on your MUT squad. So you're just going to have to be willing to spend coins out there. But I would still say try to hold off, because if you guys missed it, with the Season 2 Field Pass dropping, one of the free rewards, and I'm already at level 18, approaching 19 here, not very soon, but we're getting there. Once you get to level 41, guys, and I know it's still a long ways away for a lot of people, but there's a free Josh Allen waiting there for you. So in my opinion, I would try to rock out with whatever QB you got right now. But if you absolutely have to go out and buy one, I wouldn't be spending it on like a Lamar Jackson who's, you know, damn near 1 million coins when you got this card waiting for you. 92 overall Josh Allen. It's a free card. He's going to get Hot Route Master for 4 AP, Gunslinger for 1 AP. He has pretty good attributes, 86 speed, 94 throw power. I wish the accuracies were a little bit better for a 92 overall, but it still looks like a very good card. And like I said a million times, it's free. Now, we are going to get into some specific positions where you can upgrade with specific players, but let's talk about both the Most Feared Champion sets and the Gridiron Guardian Champion sets, because they feature really good players, and at these prices, I think they're worth going after. So when you take a look at a Harold Carmichael, who's the best wide receiver in the game right now, 6'8", you know, aggressive catching is the meta right now in the game on offense. Julius Peppers, probably the best pass rusher in the game, insane speed, good block shed, power move, finesse move, all of that. Derrick Henry, probably the best running back in the game, if not number 2 behind Edgerrin James. And then Derwin James is a really good card as well. I don't want to like undersell him. The other 3 are probably better, but Derwin's a very good strong safety. If you take a look with these sets, right, you got to get 390 overall most feared cards. And those are going for about under 200K, at least they were last night. So they're at like 175, 180. So if you can buy 3 of these cards at 180K each, and you put them into the Carmichael set, you're getting those 3 cards back in return, plus Harold Carmichael. I think for 540K, and again, I know all of you can't afford that, but if you've been playing the game, even no money spent players, like I have that on my no money spent account right now, so it's certainly possible. But the best cards that come from here, I would stay away from Mike Gesicki. Roquan Smith looks solid, but you can get Devin White for free from the Monster Maker part of this promo. I would look at cards like Aiden Hutchinson, a very good pass rusher. Garrett Bowles, left tackle, going to solidify that left side of your offensive line. Shaq Griffin is a very good cover corner, good zone and man, 6 foot, pretty solid height. So take a look at him. I think that's it. Oh, and Deebo Samuel. Deebo isn't the greatest card. He's also not bad. The only reason I don't really care for him or need him is because I just picked up Harold Carmichael, and we're just good at the wide receiver position. But my point here is, right, if you can get 3 of these cards at 180, excluding, I would stay away from Mike Gesicki and Roquan Smith, you can build out any one of these, and if you want, you can sell the reward card, so you can sell Harold Carmichael, and you're going to be getting 390s at a very, very cheap rate, depending on how much you sell the Carmichael or Julius Peppers or Derrick Henry for after tax. But you're going to get 390s at, you know, B&D cards for very cheap. But at the end of the day, I would keep these cards, keep the Carmichael or the Peppers, because they're just going to be probably the best players on your team right now. And for 540K to get 4 cards, 192 and 390s, I think that's just overall a steal. So if you got the coins, take a look at that. Also, Most Feared is a multiple part promo, so we're going to get more champions, more 90s as well. If you want to wait and hold off, it feels like these are going to be kind of typical pricing for those cards if the bundles stay the same. And the same thing with Gridiron Guardians. I was going to move on to like the best halfbacks, but you know, Eric Dickerson's certainly on the list. If you look at the pricing on Dickerson per mutt.gg, he's about 422K. If you take a look at the requirements to build out a Gridiron Guardians Eric Dickerson right now, these cards, these 88s on average, are going for 85K. So if you multiply 85,000 coins by 6, I think it's what, 510K. So for 510K, not only can you get Eric Dickerson, but you get 6 88s in return. They will be B&D, but they're great opportunities to build your squad. If we go back into these cards, I mean, the Sauce Gardner wide receiver card is really good. Cole Holcomb's a good middle linebacker. Gibson's solid. I'd probably stay away from him and J.J. Watt. Orlando Brown, solid left tackle for you guys to use. Evan Ingram's okay, but you probably have Dave Casper. Patrick Peterson's a fast, good cover corner, especially with the man coverage meta. There's a lot of good choices to choose from. You get 6 of these 88s back, plus, you know, you can either get Charles Woodson or Eric Dickerson, and we're looking at about 510K for 7 players. It's just another steal there for you, and a great opportunity right now to build your team. The other 291s, Nick Bosa, he might be worth it. I probably wouldn't do it, but Nick Bosa and Herbert's definitely not worth it. But Woodson's the other one. Again, 85K for each of these 88s. You pick the ones that you need that are going to help you fill out your roster, and then you get the 91 in return. And same thing with the Most Feared sets. If you want to sell the 91, you're going to get 6 88s, not for free, but at a very discounted rate. Of course, they're going to be BND, but if you do the math there, you sell the 91, eat the tax on it, you're looking at maybe 100K, give or take, to get 88s or 688 overalls on your roster. So going back to other running backs, we talked about Derrick Henry, we talked about Eric Dickerson. I think Edgerrin James is a little bit too pricey for most of you. He's a very good running back with the discounted abilities, probably the best running back in the game. But we look at cards like Marshawn Lynch Beast Mode. A couple days ago, we put out the best running backs in the game. This is before Derrick Henry and Edgerrin James came out. In beast mode, Marshawn Lynch was number 2 on my list. Right now, he's at 266K. If we take a look at his pricing, he's down 15% on Xbox. He's up on PlayStation for whatever reason, but I'm guessing if you search around the auction house, you're going to find him for under 250K. And I don't know if you guys have faced this card before. I certainly have way too many times. He's just an absolute monster. Like, he runs my defense over all the time. If we take a look at the attributes, 90 speed combined with 91 truck and 90 break tackle is insane. He gives you 87 change of direction as well. You don't want to be throwing the ball to him with that 64 catch. And he also gives you 92 juke mode. The spin move isn't very good at all, but spins aren't great in this game anyway. So 92 juke move, 90 spin, break tackle, trucking both 90 plus, and for under 250K, great RB number 1 for your squad. Some other running backs you can take a look at that are a little bit cheaper. Christian McCaffrey, we kind of covered this card before here. He's under 200K now. Very pass-friendly running back, so if a lot of your offense is predicated on passing the ball, he's a guy you're going to want to take a look at. And then Saquon Barkley's approaching that 200K range as well for his team of the week. This card was 400, 500, 600K for a very long time, so he's getting cheaper. And then if you want to go super budget, legend Jerome Bettis is under 100K. You're seeing a lot of the 89 overall legends right around or under 100K, which is a steal. 89s in general are under 100K, and a lot of upgrades can be made with those cards right now for most of you. With wide receivers, we talked about Harold Carmichael, the best wide receiver in the game, in my opinion, and I definitely recommend doing his most feared set. But the other top tier wide receivers aren't dipping as much as you would have thought. A new wide receiver, the best in the game, introduced into the game. You would think guys like Brandon Marshall, Plaxico Burress, Megatron, DK Metcalf would all take a big dip. And they're definitely going down in price. They're just still, 6, 7, 800K out of the price range for a lot of you. So I would stay away from those cards. If you're looking for good budget options here or just less expensive but dominant wide receivers, I think at the end of the day, Herman Moore, 90 overall legend, has to be it. He was down last week, and he's down even more now, right around 300, 325K for the most part. Down 8.8% on Xbox at 305, 331 on PlayStation. That's down 5%. PC's closer to 400K, but still down 11%. And when we take a look at this card, I mean, he's going to give you everything you're looking for. Same speed as Carmichael with the 90 speed. He's 6'4". His deep and mid route running are actually better. 90 deep route running, 90 mid route running, 87 short route running. He also has 88 catch and 88 catch in traffic. So for this card, right around 300K, I think, he's still considered one of the best wide receivers in the game. Those top tier guys are double the price. You can go pick this one up at a very good price right now. A couple other receivers you can certainly take a look at that dropped last week but are dropping even more now. Larry Fitzgerald, his 90 overall ultimate kickoff card. Only problem with this one is he's 88 speed, and we're seeing a lot of 90 plus speed wide receivers in the game, but he gets good abilities. He's obviously tall, and he's got 90 deep route running, so that's a good one. I also really like Michael Crabtree. I'm finally getting rid of him just because I picked up the Harold Carmichael, and I have Devontae Smith as well, who can get that slot apprentice for 1 AP, but Michael Crabtree, who also can get it for 1 AP, has a lot of really good theme team chems like Raiders, obviously Legends, and 49ers. He gives you 89 speed. He gets you that slot apprentice for 1 AP. The route running is kind of similar to Harold Carmichael, but still for 180K, and then Fitzgerald at 170K. These are very good prices for upgrades. Chad Johnson's dropping a bit. I think 271 is a bit too much to spend. His route running isn't as good, and he's only got 88 speed, so I would stay away from that one. And of course, we talked about Deebo Samuel being one of the cards that you can pick up if you do the Julius Peppers or the Harold Carmichael or the Derrick Henry sets. We'll end the video talking about some cornerbacks that are dropping in price, and there's a lot of good options out there. Of course, Deion Sanders, 94 overall, is going to be a free option via the Season 2 Field Pass, just like the Josh Allen, though I think a lot of people are far away from that. We got a brand new Stephon Gilmore, an LTD. He's starting to drop in price. If you can get him for under 500K, not a bad card at all, considering he's a LTD that will quick sell for 350K. So you're looking at like 150,000 rental if you can get him at 500K or under. So take a look into that. The other top tier corners like Revis, still 754, way too much. Charles Woodson is at a good price. We talked about the Gridiron Guardian sets. I think the best one out there that's taking a drop in price and I think is pretty affordable is going to be the AKA Night Train Lane. If you take a look here, down 6% on Xbox, He's at about 350K on PlayStation, down 5% on PC, but overall he's dropping in price, very similar to Marshawn Lynch here. And if we take a look at this card, I mean, he's just a very good cornerback. 90 speed, so he's going to pair up well with the majority of the corners or wide receivers in the game. Speed for speed, 6'1", a little bit on the short end when you're trying to cover guys like 6'4 Plaxico or 6'5 Plaxico, 6'4 Megatron, 6'8 Carmichael, but he still gives you solid height. And then I like the combination of 90 man and 91 zone, 88 press. He's usually a pretty good card against the run as well. So for that price point on this card, I think it's worth a look at. And if we talk about some other cornerbacks here, Champ Bailey down to 319K, 90 speed, 90 man coverage. If you run a lot of man coverage, that's it for you. He does have 84 press, which scares me a little bit, so I would stay away from that one personally, but he is definitely going down in price. Chris McAllister, we talked about him last week. He's down to 228,000 coins right now. He was a little bit over 300 last weekend. And remember, today is Saturday. We got brand new legends. We talked about Culpepper. We have Aeneas Williams coming out. He's a shorter cornerback, so I don't think he's going to be highly desired by the majority of MUT players right now. But people in general are going to be opening up legend packs. Those who are not on a pack strike, they're losers. We don't like them, but we're going to take advantage of them opening up packs because they're going to be listing cards on the auction house. And you're going to be able to build legend cards. Herman Moore, we talked about him earlier. Chris McAllister could be another one. Look for those legend set pieces today because you might be able to build out these legends cheaper than their flat out cost here. So McAllister at 228K is a really good deal. If you could build him for under 200K, I mean, your money right there. Lester Hayes is basically 100K, 105. Still a very good card. 88 speed, a little bit slower than we like, but not bad at all. L'Jarius Sneed, 88 speed again. 84 zones, not great, but 89 man is. He's under 100K, so there's some really good options overall to upgrade your squad, and those are just specific positions. Globally, we showed you at the beginning of the video, the market is down, so if there's any specific player you have been targeting, today is the day to go check those prices. And you need to do it by this weekend because we got Team Diamonds coming up on Wednesday, and we don't know what's going to be required within those Team Diamond sets. You could see a lot of cards go back up in price. I don't think we'll see the market double like it was a week ago, but I could definitely see pricing going up. So make some upgrades today, improve that squad. Hope the video helped. My name is Popular Stranger. I'm out. Peace.